Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Shisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Woman says, thank you, Kevin Samuels, for creating the wall. Let's get it.
So this man came into my comments and said that I need to hang it up. I should have been a wife already. Yada, yada. I said he needs to hang it up. He should have been financially stable already. Yada, yada. Because he's broke. 9 out of 10. He had no response for that. But what he did come back with is that I have hit the wall. Now, if y'all daddy Kevin Samuels didn't tell y'all about this wall, what witty responses would you guys have? What personality would you try to exude? Because your own is clearly failing, right? But the thing about this proverbial wall that you guys are speaking of, because I hit it last year, because I turned 35 last November. Matter of fact, I'm about to be 36. Is that I have gotten more male attention from about 33 to now than I did when I was in my early 20s. And I mean men that have something going on for themselves. Because the story that this came from, I was speaking about a doctor. But see, the thing about you subset of men is that y'all want us to be alone and miserable like y'all so bad. But you see, women like me, the way we differ is that if we don't have anyone, it's by choice. If y'all don't have anyone, it's because nobody wanted you. Good night.
So there you guys go. You heard it for yourself. The lady says, hey, if I don't have anyone, it's by choice. It's because I choose not to get married. And she says, if men don't have anybody to settle down with, it's because nobody wants you. So first, a couple of things I want to address. This idea of Kevin Samuels creating the wall. A lot of people don't know this. And a lot of people who are introduced to spaces like, male space, manosphere, RP community, whatever you want to call it, who maybe they were introduced to this space by Kevin Samuels, but actually believe that Kevin Samuels created the idea of the wall. They don't know that a lot of these concepts have existed for over 20 years, like actually on YouTube. You can go look this stuff up. This is a message that was not created by Kevin Samuels. Ma'am, this is reality. Men have been talking about women hitting the wall for ages. Now, Kevin Samuels did a good job relaying that message to women, especially in the Black community, for them to understand it. And so they think this idea of the wall is something that Kevin Samuels just made up. No, it's not, right? That's first. Now, to address what she actually said there of she's not with anybody by choice, that's not necessarily true. This woman can probably convince a man to marry her. That's not the problem. Problem is she can't convince a man who she wants to marry her. Because a man who she wants, a man who she looks up to, is probably a man who's intelligent. And an intelligent man won't be okay with, first of all, that bonnet on her head, and then her attitude, her masculine energy. A solid guy who understands what he's looking for and what he wants, he's just gonna see a bunch of masculine energy. Ma'am, you can't have what you want. Men and women are different, right? And their situations and problems are usually different. The problem with a lot of women like this is that the options they're talking about right there are just men who want to bust those cheeks. Let's keep it real.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Drink the coffee. And I mean all the women that think like this, right? For example, this chick who commented, I get way more attention now than I ever did in my 20s. These are just internet talking points and not reality. So again, these women think the wall isn't reality. Oh man. When you talk to older women, and I've talked to many of them, do they get younger men or men who are attractive who want to spend time with them, aka have sex? Yeah, they get male attention. That's not the problem. The problem is, are you getting married to the type of men that you've tricked yourself into thinking that you qualify for? No. And so what ends up happening? Well, they avoid doing the work, accountability, therapy, and end up staying alone, dying alone, right? We've got another comment here that says having someone is different than having what you want and someone to meet your expectations. We were created to have a partner. Alone by choice? Nah. He's basically telling her, no, you're not alone by choice. And somebody else responded to this comment and said, correct. Hence why women with knowledge and self choose not to be in relationships until someone meets our expectations. The problem is no one ever meets the expectations.
God damn it.
Someone else commented and said that isn't a choice. That is a lack of options. Yes, because your dating pool is smaller. I would call that a dating reality, not a choice. So this person here commenting says the fact that the older you women get, it's harder to find men who meet your expectations. That's a lack of options. And then he goes on to say you wouldn't turn down your dream guy to be single. And then she responded and says, you're right. I hit the wall. Remember? There you go. Can't deny the truth. At least she admitted it, even though she's being funny about it. Next, we have another woman who agrees that the wall doesn't exist. She says, you are correct. I'm 38 and get lots of male attention. I date in a very healthy way. Listen, it's not about attention. That's not what it is. People don't keep score by attention. OnlyFans models get attention. P stars get attention. What respectable man is putting a ring on your finger? That's the question. Another woman here says they keep talking about how different we are gender-wise. They think we go through the same things. Someone else responded to her and says they more in their unprocessed feelings than we are, but call us emotional. Their entire game is reverse psychology they picked up as sound bites. Next comment here reads, my grandmother was still getting approached for marriage in her 60s. Come on. With the smirk emoji, girl, I ain't scared of no wall. She got 6 grown-ups. With the laughing emoji. So this lady's 60-year-old grandma is still getting approached at 60. Question is she married? Listen, man, men will say anything to get those cheeks. Just because a man comes up to you and says, are you single? You should be married. You should have a ring on your finger. In most cases, that's not the type of guy you're looking for. And at 60, come on, who's really out here trying to marry a 60-year-old woman? Guys, we know this is cap. Now, does it happen? I'm sure somewhere in some part of the world, or few and far in between, it happens. But in most cases, it's too late. We've got yet another comment here from a woman, and it reads, these be the same men that scream, choose better when we do, and it's not them, or we choose to be alone. They big mad, face palm. Men aren't mad that women choose to be alone. Choose to be alone, that's okay. And the creator responded and said, fuming at the ears. But there's one comment in particular that triggered the creator of the TikTok video. It was a man who said the woman that made this video has a million options and she's picking one away from no longer being single. So he's like, and she's picking to be single. Explain to me why she hasn't then. With the thinking emoji, and she had this to respond.
I never said I had a lot of options. I said more men are interested in me now than they were when I was in my early 20s. And like I've said in other videos, an option is only an option if both parties are mutually invested in what the potential outcome could be for that situation. So let me break this down for you as simple as I can so that you can comprehend. Let's say in the average month, 5 men express interest in me, okay? Of those 5, I'm probably not going to be attracted to one. One of them probably came out of a relationship and they have emotional damage. One of them is probably going to want to have more kids or a child, and I'm not bearing any children. One of them probably has mommy issues like so many of you subset of men do, so clearly he's out because I'm not going to mother a grown man. And then there may be one who may potentially be someone that I also have interest in. And then when you get down to that one where maybe a great guy, there's chemistry there, y'all are both attracted to each other, you know what I mean, good character, y'all can ha ha he he. But then y'all just not compatible. The lifestyle that you have and the lifestyle that he has doesn't match. And now you back to the drawing board. But see, you subset of men, y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about ensuring that the woman that you want to be with, you actually share core values with and compatibility with. This is someone that you can run a business with, and it's not just Google Gaga and love, not just someone that's going to submit to your lack of leadership. Right? Because either all your life you've gone after women who are out of your league, or you dismiss women who will actually love you, women who would actually be there for you because they weren't the dimes that you wanted when really all you are offering is a nickel. Good morning.
All right, guys, you've heard it for yourself. We've got a delusional bonnet queen here who's trying to convince us that she will only qualify a man who meets her core values, who she can run a business with, right? Here she is presenting herself on a public platform with a bonnet on her head. But listen, man, if you really listen to what this woman basically just said, she talked about 5 guys who she could potentially be interested in, but one of them wants kids and she's not going to bear any children, or one of them has what she calls mother issues. That's the last guy she was talking about. Another guy who she's not compatible with. All she's proven is the older she's got, the more difficult it's been for her to find a man who she's compatible with. Especially that point of, I'm not going to bear any children. Man, it has to do with the wall. The younger you probably wanted children. Without knowing it, this woman has proved the point of the wall. The older you've gotten, you're obviously more difficult to deal with. You're difficult in this video. We can all feel that don't need no man energy, and no man wants to deal with that. And that's not you having high standards or, not being able to find somebody who reaches your expectations. That's you just being more challenging and difficult to get along with, which is what typically happens with women the older they get. But will you find men who will bust those cheeks? Of course you will. Of course. There's no doubt about it. But listen, man, as always, what do you guys think of this whole situation? This woman claims the wall does not exist. And many women like her. Comment down below. As always, I appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.